friends, colleagues, fellow psychiatrists, thank you for considering my candidacy for APA president. This is an exciting time for our field, and we have much to be proud of as psychiatric physicians. Now, more than ever, we can extend the reach of psychiatric medicine to the care of people who heretofore have had relatively limited access to our science and our expertise. This is really about bridging science with policy, science with service. That's the touchstone of my candidacy. I'm convinced that the future of psychiatry lies in its integration with general medicine and with pediatric practice to extend our expertise to the benefit of those across the life cycle. We know what to do. The data are there. Getting it done is a matter of good policy, and this is where the AP's role as an advocate for critical policy changes becomes so important. With the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, with its focus on early intervention and prevention, the opportunities for the APA to have real impact have never been greater. The new alignment of financial incentives consequent to the Affordable Care Act will nudge our profession in this direction of integrated, coordinated, and preventative care. We have a unique role, to be sure, and added value, which only we as psychiatrists can bring to the table in the care of persons living with severe mental illnesses, both in our office-based practices as well as in the myriad clinical settings in which we practice. That said, we need always to advocate for the care of such patients and their families, but what I'm suggesting is that we need to redouble our efforts to better integrate psychiatric medicine into primary care, and conversely, to bring primary care medicine into behavioral health homes. Bridging science and health policy also means a greater focus on early intervention, particularly in at-risk persons, to attenuate, to delay, and maybe even to prevent the onset of mental disorders like depression. My current work in the Global Consortium on Depression Prevention, as well as my NIH-supported work on depression prevention in India, are good cases in point. Again, the science is there, awaiting the implementation in mental health homes and in medical homes to the benefit of our patients. New financial incentives will again nudge our profession in this direction. We have a great deal to learn from our colleagues in the UK, in the Netherlands, and in Australia, who are ahead of us with respect to the implementation of mental health, mental illness prevention strategies. The new DSM-5, on which I was privileged to serve as a work group chair in sleep-wake disorders, is a marvelous milestone for our profession. I pledge that as president of APA, I will work closely with the DSM 5.1 steering committee to continue to make DSM-5 a living, breathing document. Currently, I'm involved with several other investigators on improving the diagnostic criteria for one of the disorders listed in Section 3, complicated grief. I also have a long history of collaboration with NIMH, including service on the NIMH Council. I'm convinced that continuing conversation with our colleagues at NIMH, particularly as part of their RDoC initiative, Research Domain Criteria, will only work for the benefit of all psychiatrists and our patients. I'd like to remind us that psychiatry as a profession is aging. We need to redouble our efforts to bring young physicians into the profession. How do we do that? By talking with them about the excitement of brain science. Neuroscience is a marvelous magnet for us to attract new talent into our field, as I learned many years ago when I chaired the curriculum committee at Pitt's School of Medicine. So bridging science with policy as well as science with service and practice, that is the touchstone of my candidacy. Thank you.